This video is for anybody to quickly and easily deploy the AI image generation model that I trained on a body of my analog photography that I own the rights to. I'm going to do this tutorial 2 times in this video. First is going to be really fast so that anyone who doesn't want the extra fluff can just get through it. And the second time, I'm going to do it again and explain myself a little bit more. Patreon.com/CalvinHerbst. It's completely free. Click the Deploy Herbst Photo for A100 series GPUs. Click Configure Pod. Scroll down and pick either the A100SXM or the A100 PCLE. We're going to do the PCLE because it's cheaper. You're going to go to huggingface.com, find the Flux2 dev repository, click Agree and Access Repository. You're going to go to Access Tokens, then you're going to select Create New Token, click Read, you can name the token anything, and then you're going to click Create Token, copy it. You're going to press Edit, scroll down at Environment Variables. Where it says paste your Hugging Face token here is where you're going to do that. Click Set Overrides. Click Deploy and wait 15 minutes. Click Connect, click Port 8188, click Workflows, click Herbst Photo Flux 2 ComfyUI Workflow, write your prompt, click Run. The very first image you generate is going to take a few minutes because the models have to load, but then after that it takes between 20 seconds and a couple of minutes. To see your photos, you're going to click the Assets image icon, right click and download. If you wanted to do an image-to-image process, you press the True switch, drop your image into this, describe what the image is, and then click Run. This is a quick sample. On the right, you can see Flux 2, the image generation base model only without my model. Objectively, it's a good photo. It's clean, it's crisp, there's a lot of pixels, and it's photorealistic, but like much AI imagery, it looks like every other average digital camera ever. And this model is going to really push the image in terms of micro texture. It's going to add a lot of grain, halation, bloom. The blacks are going to get crushed. The whites are going to get clipped. And the images are just going to look a lot more lifelike and beautiful. So to get these templates, you go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/CalvinHerbst. It's completely free. There's a post called RunPod Templates for Herbst Photo. We can click the Deploy Herbst Photo for A100 series GPUs. That will take us to RunPod. If you've never used RunPod, you can quickly set up an account through Google. It's also free. And then you need to top up with at least $10 worth of credits. The graphics cards we're going to use cost $1.50 an hour. The money you pay for the compute goes to RunPod. I don't make anything from this. The models are free, the base models are free, the workflows are free, and the Patreon is free. You're going to click Configure Pod. You're going to scroll down and pick either the A100SXM or the A100 PCLE. We're going to do the PCLE because it's cheaper. If you wanted to run on a nicer graphics card, like say an H200 or something of that nature, the template you're going to want to use is the Herbst Photo Flux 2 ComfyUI_Blackwell, and that is the one with the correct dependencies to run on nicer GPUs. But for now, we're just going to stick with the A100 GPU. You're going to go to huggingface.com and find the Flux2 dev repository, click Agree and Access Repository. You're going to go to Access Token, then you're going to select Create New Token, click Read, you can name the token anything, and then you're going to click Create Token. I'm going to black this out, but it's going to tell you your token here. Once you close this window, you're never going to be able to see this again, so it's important that if you want to use this again, you copy it and put it into a note or something like that. And then you're going to go back to RunPod. Once you have your GPU selected, you're going to press Edit, scroll down at Environment Variables, and where it says paste your Hugging Face token here is where you're going to do that. And then you're going to click Set Overrides. And then we're going to click Deploy and wait 15 minutes. You click the pod. If you look in the logs at the bottom, you should see that the GUI has finished launching. You click Connect and you click Port 8188, and that will open ComfyUI. Click Workflows, click Herbst Photo Flux 2 ComfyUI Workflow, write your prompt. In the prompt include Herbst Photo and click Run. The very first image you generate is going to take a few minutes because the models have to load, but then after that it takes between 20 seconds and a couple of minutes depending on the resolution that you set. And to see your photos, you're going to click the Assets image icon on the top left-hand side of the screen. To save them, you right-click and download. And as you can see, there is our dog on a log. If you wanted to do an image-to-image process and use the model as a filter to edit an existing image, you press the true switch on the image to image node and drop your image into this. Describe what the image is. In this case, it's the same thing. It's a dog on a log, so I'm not going to change the prompt, and then click run. And here is our dog on a log from an existing image with the model applied as an effect. And on the left is the before, and on the right is the after. And as you can see, there's some light leak and lens flare, and the texture is softer and more filmic. There's added grain, and ultimately the image just has a more naturalistic aesthetic. Everything I'm about to go over is also in the notes section, and if you click the little gray dots, you can expand each one. The LoRA strength is the strength of the effect for text to image. So if you put 0 here, you're just gonna get this image. It's gonna look just like the image generation model with no grain and texture, because the LoRA is effectively doing nothing. You can go as low as, I would say, 0.4 and as high as 0.8. I found 0.73 to be the sweet spot. And you can also go as high as 1 if you really want to push the image degradation to the max. File name, this is whatever the file is going to be called when you save it. The width and the height, I would recommend doing aspect ratios either 16:9, 9:16, or square, with a good middle ground being 1024 by the long side. But with this model, you can go as high as 2K, which is 2048, and you can still get images that are good as low as 512. And I also put a little cheat sheet with the aspect ratios and pixel resolutions in this note. For the prompt, you just have to remember to include HerbstPhoto so the LoRA takes its full effect. Having the seed set to fixed will recreate the same image every single time if you don't change any of the settings. If you set the seed to randomize and all of your settings are exactly the same, it will generate a different variation of the same image every single time. So I like to find the right settings and test the resolutions and the strength with a fixed seed, and then once I have a nice balance, then I run different iterations with the random seed. And the percent effect note is for the image to image pipeline if you're modifying an existing image. And if you put this at 1, which is the maximum value, it's going to have a ton of texture degradation added. And if you put it lower, say at 0.3, it's going to be really subtle. I think around 0.85 is a nice balance, and then you can either go up and down from there depending on what you think. And that is it. If you have feedback on the model or the workflow, I'd love to hear it. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. And please consider subscribing for the Patreon, even if it's just the free tier. Having the traction really helps me, and I'm super excited to be pushing out models and workflows and tools and artwork for anyone to use. Thanks so much.